a bustling town square, filled with merchants and townsfolk going about their day. Paralyzed man lies on a woven mat at the dusty edge of the square. 4 friends approach, their faces etched with concern and determination. They gently lift the mat, each taking a corner, careful not to jostle him. The friends carry him through the crowded streets, navigating the throng. News spreads that Jesus, the healer, is in town, drawing massive crowds. The friends arrive at the house where Jesus is teaching, but the entrance is blocked. A sea of people presses against the door, eager to hear his words. The friends try to push through, but it's impossible to make headway. Disappointment washes over their faces as they realize the challenge. One friend, eyes scanning the surroundings, suddenly has an idea. He points to the roof, a mischievous glint in his eyes. "We'll go up there," he exclaims, his voice filled with renewed hope. The others exchange glances, a mix of apprehension and excitement. They find a narrow staircase leading to the side of the house. Carefully, they begin to carry the paralyzed man up the steep steps. The climb is arduous, their muscles straining with the effort. They pause to catch their breath, encouraging each other to keep going. Finally, they reach the flat rooftop, overlooking the packed courtyard. The roof is made of clay tiles and wooden beams, sturdy but not impenetrable. The friend with the idea points to a section of the roof. "We'll dig a hole here," he says, his voice determined. They begin to remove the tiles, one by one, creating a small opening. Dust and debris fall into the courtyard below, unnoticed by the crowd. The friends work together, their movements coordinated and efficient. The hole grows larger, revealing the wooden beams beneath the tiles. They carefully pry the beams loose, widening the opening further. The sun beats down on them as they toil, sweat dripping from their brows. The paralyzed man watches them, his eyes filled with gratitude and anticipation. The hole is now large enough to lower the mat through. They reinforce the edges of the opening to prevent further collapse. The crowd below is still unaware of the activity above them. Jesus continues to teach, his voice resonating through the house. The friends gather around the hole, preparing to lower their friend. They attach ropes to the corners of the mat, ensuring a secure hold. One friend takes the lead, guiding the others with clear instructions. They take a deep breath, ready to execute their daring plan. The paralyzed man looks up at them, his face a mixture of hope and fear. Slowly, carefully, they begin to lower the mat through the hole. The ropes creak under the weight, testing their strength. The mat descends gradually, inch by inch, towards the crowd below. A few people look up, noticing the strange sight above them. Murmurs of curiosity ripple through the crowd. The friends continue to lower the mat, their focus unwavering. The paralyzed man closes his eyes, trusting in his friend's devotion. The mat is now just a few feet above the heads of the crowd. The friends brace themselves for the reaction they are about to cause. A hush falls over the crowd as they realize what is happening. All eyes are now fixed on the descending mat. The friends lower the mat gently, bringing their friend closer to Jesus. The tension in the air is palpable, a moment of anticipation. The mat reaches the ground, right in front of Jesus. The paralyzed man lies there, vulnerable and hopeful. The crowd gasps, their faces a mixture of shock and amazement. Jesus looks down at the man, a gentle smile on his face. He sees the depth of their faith, a bond of true friendship. The friends on the roof watch with bated breath, their hearts pounding. Their daring plan has brought their friend before the healer. Now, all that remains is to witness the miracle they believe in. The scene is set for a moment of profound transformation. He saw not just a paralyzed man, but the unwavering faith of his friends. His voice resonated through the room, cutting through the murmurs and whispers. "Friend," Jesus declared, his gaze fixed on the man suspended in midair. "Your sins are forgiven," he proclaimed, a wave of peace washing over the room. A moment of stunned silence hung in the air, thick with anticipation and wonder. Then Jesus spoke again, his voice filled with authority and divine power. "Get up," he commanded, his words echoing in the hearts of all present. "Pick up your mat and walk." The command hung in the air, a challenge and a promise. A collective breath was held as all eyes focused on the paralyzed man below. A flicker of movement, a twitch in his legs, a spark of life ignited within him. Slowly, painstakingly, he began to move, his limbs responding to the divine command. He pushed against the mat, his hands trembling, his body shaking with effort. And then, miraculously, he stood. His legs, once lifeless, now held him upright. A collective gasp swept through the crowd, a wave of awe and disbelief. The man looked down at his legs, tears streaming down his face. Overcome with emotion, he took a tentative step, then another, his movements growing stronger with each stride. He picked up his mat, the very symbol of his paralysis, now a testament to his healing. He walked, not with the shuffle of a sick man, but with the confident gait of the healed. A sensation erupted in the crowd, a joyous explosion of cheers and applause. People reached out to touch him, to witness the miracle with their own hands. The man, overwhelmed with gratitude, raised his hands to the heavens in praise. On the roof, the four friends watched in jubilant disbelief, their hearts overflowing. They cheered, their voices hoarse with emotion, their faces beaming with pride. Their unwavering love and determination had led to this incredible moment. They had dared to defy convention, to overcome obstacles, to believe in the impossible. And their faith had been rewarded, their friend healed, their bond strengthened. The man continued to walk among the crowd, a living testament to the power of faith. His steps echoed through the room, a symphony of hope and healing. Jesus smiled, his heart filled with joy at the sight of the man's restored life. He had witnessed the depth of their friendship, the strength of their belief. The crowd pressed closer, eager to hear his words, to bask in his presence. The story of the paralyzed man and his friends spread like wildfire through the town. A story of unwavering friendship, audacious faith, and miraculous healing. A story that would be told and retold for generations to come. They joined their friend, embracing him tightly, tears of joy flowing freely. The crowd parted, making way for the reunited friends. They walked together, a symbol of unity and unwavering support. The man, now healed, carried his mat as a reminder of his past struggles. He would never forget the day his friends carried him to Jesus. The house buzzed with excitement and gratitude. The air was thick with the palpable energy of divine intervention. Many were moved to tears by the display of friendship and faith. The event solidified Jesus' reputation as a healer and miracle worker. The friends continued to support each other, their bond unbreakable. Their story became a beacon of hope for others facing adversity. The town celebrated the miracle, praising God for his mercy. The healed man dedicated his life to spreading the word of Jesus. He shared his testimony with anyone who would listen. His story inspired countless others to seek healing and forgiveness. The four friends remained humble, recognizing the power of their faith. They continued to serve their community, helping those in need. Their legacy of friendship and faith lived on, inspiring generations. The hole in the roof served as a permanent reminder of the miracle. Just like those friends, we can help others and trust Jesus too. If you believe Jesus can do amazing things, tap, subscribe, and grow with us.
Good night, God.